Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. As you probably saw, I got a hold of a plasma cutter that somebody sent me, a Yes Welder. And while I did try it out and stuff like that, it just wasn't my thing, you know. I just wasn't really, I wasn't well equipped to have it all connected right, you know. And I didn't know enough about a plasma cutter for me to actually get it to work the way I thought it would work. You know, it was a lot of trouble to set up, you know. And so I listed it for $350, and a lot of people asked for it. But I know the process of trying to sell something like that. You have to have it all connected in your garage, and people coming over to your house and stuff, and you starting it up, and it was just a pain in the ass. So I finally did find a guy who met me in a parking lot, and I sold it to him for $230. He just took my word for it that it worked. I mean, it does work. I'm just not going to set it up to show people every time they want to see it, you know. So to save the trouble, I just got rid of it for $230. I was happy about that because it's out of my hair, you know what I mean. So $230, good score. See you guys later. Oh, hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Good morning. Just had a guy come and look at this thing. I have it listed for $675. He offered me $425. Don't you hate when people just want to waste your time? Anyway, I'm getting ready to go into the new shed and whip out my next project. As you saw from time lapse, I had to pump up the tires. It was really hard to move when the tires were flat, of course. After pumping up the tires, it rolled very smoothly. It's a hydrostatic transmission. The thing is out, but it looks like both keys are out of there because it rolls too smoothly. Even when you pull the disengage of the transmission, it still has a little bit of resistance, but this one didn't, which means that the keys are probably out of the tires, the wheels, you know, the transaxle. This is a 17.5 Briggs engine. I just checked the oil. It is super clean, as if it was just done. Gas tank is clean. 17.5 overhead valve IC. Tires are all dry rotted, especially this one in the back here. I just pumped it up and it leaked out already. Deck looks okay. Like I said, it's a hydro with the lever pulled out. This one seems to hold it a little bit. Deck is in okay shape. As you can see, it has a Walbro carburetor that's detached from its fuel line. Seat's kind of trashy. It's got no battery. This is the model number for you enthusiasts, and I believe it's an 03, 091003. See if it turns by hand. It does. I don't feel much compression at all. Disconnected with no spark plug. Let's put a screwdriver in the hole. So as long as they have the spark plug out already, I'll just stick a screwdriver in the hole and we'll turn this and see if the piston's moving. Hey, the connecting rod is indeed connected. So that's really good news. I just need to find a spark plug and put a battery in this thing. It is so hot today that my phone keeps turning off. So I have it in the garage. I've got this Ever Start battery I got in August of last year. I never really used it. I might have put it on a tractor, but then to store it, I took it back out again. So anyway, I'm going to drop this in here, connect the battery. I just put a new spark plug in there, turned it. It has very good compression, almost too much compression, so I have a feeling the valves need to be adjusted. Being that the fuel line is off, I'm thinking that the guy tried to fix the carburetor or something like that. I don't know. But it has very good oil in it, and we'll see if the safety switches are good by just trying to crank it with the battery attached, and we'll see if it has spark. Okay, battery is attached. I'm gonna sit on here and get gonorrhea. See if the safety switches all work. I'm sitting on it, clutch is down, pull the brake. Oh, there's no ignition switch. Found this, I don't know, I have no idea, but it's the kind that fits this. Got a key too. Click, click, start. Oh man. No smoke so far. All right. Now let's try to start it. Think of the crank. Hey, cranks. But it's difficult to crank once you get to that compression area, you know? So at least we know it has, the solenoid works, ignition switch works, and all that. Yeah, so it's gonna be really tough to crank this because of the compression. We may have to do a quick valve lash. You have to be able to crank the engine for you to test it further. If it doesn't crank, you'll never be able to figure out whether or not it's going to start or not. Henry, why don't you just blow fluid in there and see? Well, you're not going to be able to get proper spark if it only goes one half turn, you know? So you got to take the cover off and do a valve lash. Do I want to do a valve lash? Of course I don't want to do it. Do I have to? Yeah. It's the next step in the progression of troubleshooting. Of course, I only know how to get at the top dead center with the screwdriver in the spark plug hole. So my phone died as I was doing that. Just want to show you. I found top dead center, and here's 4. Now it's good. Here's 6. Good drag. Tightened it up. Got a new valve cover gasket here. I'm just gonna put it on. Okay, got the new valve cover gasket on there. Did the clearances. Put the spark plug back in. Let's see if it cranks more than 1 revolution. Alright, so it cranks 1 full revolution and more, but I don't feel like it's really, the battery's so strong. I might have to put a jumper on it. Okay, I've got a jumper pack on there. It's on. I'm going to take some fluid and shoot it in here while it's cranking. No filter. Here we go. Let's choke it. Nope, let's off choke first to get the fluid in there. That's a lot. Let's choke it. With the battery pack on there, let's see if it turns over. Hey, there we go. There's a big step of it right there. Turns over. Niceage. Okay, the phone keeps dying because it's just too freaking hot out here. So I'm just going to take this bowl off, and we'll see how bad it is. I was going to just put gas in there, but you just don't know if it's really bad. It's not terrible. So let's hook up this fuel solenoid to this and see if I turn the key, whether or not it'll move up or down, up and down. Let's see. No, doesn't work. See? See what I mean about these fuel solenoids, fellas? Hate 'em. So I'm just gonna cut it. Doesn't work. And I bet you that's the reason why this guy couldn't get this engine started. It's because the fuel solenoid doesn't work. And he didn't know to do that. I'm just gonna zip that off. It's zipped off. Before I put it back on again, I'm gonna clean this bowl a little. And then I'm gonna shoot some carb fluid spray up the emulsion and all that, just to make sure it's all clear. I might have to clean this better later if it doesn't work, or replace it with another carb. But I mean, that was pretty clean considering, you know, considering how long this thing was sitting, or sitting not working, you know. Shoot upwards. That's up the emulsion right there. See, what I did was I blew in here, held that up. You couldn't blow, which means it won't leak. And then when it's down, or the other way around, and you can't blow. So it ought to work. If not, I'll swap out the carburetor. It's pretty easy with this. You can't get the 1/2-inch wrench in between, so you grind a 1/2-inch one down to a thin size so it fits in between the solenoid and the bowl. So that works. Let's blow into this and see if the air goes through. It doesn't. Let's blow into the gas tank and see if it comes out. You know, something funky about that. Oh, it's not even freaking connected. The gas tank is not connected. Can you believe that? Look at that. When you blow. So let me connect it and we'll get back to it. So you're not even going to believe it. You can't blow through it. This is good. Can't blow through it, which means something's blocking it. That blows through. That doesn't. So this line is either collapsed or it's got some kind of blockage on it. I'm just going to change the fuel line. Got a brand new fuel line here. Stick it through here. Get a clamp. Stick it on the gas tank. Clamp back on. sit there for now. There we go. Measure to around here. You know what? Do it right around there. Cut ski. Stick another hose through here, a clamp. By the way, I found a solenoid in that area there. I'm going to need some more clamp. Oh, here it is. I should have a 90-degree one, which this is, but this is newer and there's plenty of clearance. Plenty of slack, I mean, for the bend, you know. I know you know what I mean. All right, so I guess we could just put some gas in here and see if it'll run on its own. Put some expensive gas in here. It's about $5 a gallon now here in Long Island, New York, for regular. And it's almost July. I'm about a month ahead of my videos. All right. We cut the fuel solenoid, put a new fuel line in here. There's no obstructions now between the gas tank and the carburetor. It's not leaking, which is good. Now let's just see if this thing will start and run on its own. Ready? Let's go. Low idle right there. That's pretty good. Let's see if you lower the idle, we can stop. Stall. About that, huh? One episode. Got it running. Fantastic. Stokage. Don't you guys just love how things go sometimes? fantastic. This one didn't have a filter. I'm putting a brand new one in there for you. Now, all we need to do is adjust the tires. They're all flat. Figure out if it goes forward and backwards. Change the seat. Power wash it. See if the deck moves, because I don't want to engage the blades without seeing if the blades move first. Otherwise you'll destroy the belts. But pretty good. Got this out of my shed today and got it started up, put a new battery in there, cut the fuel solenoid, which was probably the culprit of why it didn't start, and the guy was tearing things apart to fix it. Carburetor wasn't that dirty. Changed the fuel lines because it was blocked, connected it to the gas tank, put an ignition switch in there because it was missing, and this thing runs great. It's got good oil in it. Did a valve lash. We did plenty. Stay tuned for the next episode where we get this thing rolling and mowing. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Later.